Alright guys, we're here on this site. The complaint was heat underperformance, and we're going to take a look at this thing and see what's going on with this machine. I can hear the draft motors running. Well, that one's good. That one is running, but it's not heating. So let's open this up, see what kind of codes we have. Alright, we got a 59 code. So 59 code is gas valve 1 not energized 3 times 2 minutes after demand. Let's see if this thing will come back on and figure out what it's doing. So there it goes, it's coming back on. It lit. Yep, it went back out. Alright. I suspect that might be a flame sensor. So let's check that out. Get it cleaned up and back in and reset the code and start it back up. Alright, so we're going to lock this one out. And there's the breaker for the unit. So we're going to shut it off. We're going to use this small lockout. Get it on there. And then put our lock on. So that's one way of locking out a breaker on one of these units. Alright, locked it out. We're going to check some power. L1 to L2, 0. L3 to L1, 0. L2 to L3, 0. So the power is off. So the flame sensor is right there. So let's get that out and see if we can clean it up and get this thing to work properly. Took that off. Looks a little dirty. Let's clean that up, get it back in there, and we'll fire it back off. Okay guys, we got it cleaned up. Let's see if I can get this thing to focus here. Looks pretty clean. Nothing wrong with it. Alright, let's get it back in. Alright, got the flame sensor put back in. And now let's get the power back on and check operation, see if it's operating. Alright guys, we got the power back on. While we wait for this thing to come on, let's check power and make sure we got the proper voltage. Yeah, reading 492, L1, L2, L1, L3, 491, and then L2, L3, 489. So we got proper voltage. So let's wait for this to come on. And all right, it's calling for it again. Let's wait and see. Once it comes on, there it goes. See if it runs longer. If so, then we had a dirty flame sensor. It's already running longer, so that's what it was. Dirty flame sensor. Alright, so we got this one good. We erased the codes. So we're going to move on to the next one. There's one more on this roof that is having a heat underperformance issue. Go check that one out. Alright, we made it to this other RTU. So it was flashing a 51 code, which 51 is gas unit primary heat limit is open. So looking, I did see this circuit board is burnt up, so we need to get a new one. That controls the second stage of the gas on this unit, heating. Yeah, we got gas. Unit's pretty rusty, but it's not too bad. If the blower comes on, there we go. The blower has come on. Let's make sure it's running the right way. Yeah, seems like it. In the camera, you probably can't tell, but it is. We shut the power off to this one. So I'm going to show how to put a different lockout on this particular one. We got the little clamshell. It has this little piece here and then one on here. So we'll take our big clamp, put over it like this. Loosen it up enough. There it goes. It slid all the way over it. If you can see that. Tighten it up good. Now that it's on there, put it in there. That's how you lock it out. Now you can't get to the breaker. Alright guys, found we were having a little bit of an airflow issue. And this blower wheel is super dirty. So I'm going to clean it off and start this thing back up. And that second one is pretty dirty also. So we're going to clean this up and see if we can't get this thing to have better airflow. Alright guys, got the blower wheel cleaned up best we could with it in place. So we'll start this thing back up, and the inside of it's pretty nasty, but the wheel at least is clean. So let's start it up and see if that makes our airflow better. Alright, after cleaning the blower wheel, our airflow is a lot better. So okay, made sure everything was running right. Blower motor is running the right direction. It's running up to speed. So it's this board that we found that was burned up. So we're going to replace that and come back and get both stages of heat running. So be safe and keep it HVACing.